India's national airline, Air India, has long been a symbol of national pride, connecting the country to the world. But over the decades, the airline has also suffered devastating losses, often under tragic and preventable circumstances. The airline is currently going through turmoil after the crash of flight AOI 171 on June 12, 2025 that claimed the lives of almost 300 people, with one passenger miraculously surviving. We think it is time to look back at the top 5 incidents in the past involving this airline. Number 5, Air India flight 855, Arabian sea crash, 1978. On January 1st, 1978, Air India flight 855 took off from Mumbai, headed for Dubai. Just minutes after departure, the Boeing 747 banked sharply to the left and plunged into the Arabian Sea. All 213 people on board were killed. The investigation revealed that the crash was caused by a failure of the captain's primary attitude indicator, a crucial flight instrument in which gave incorrect readings. The captain, disoriented by the faulty instrument, entered an uncontrollable bank. The first officer and flight engineer failed to challenge or correct the deviation in time. The cause? Instrument failure compounded by spatial disorientation and a breakdown in cockpit communication. Number 4, Air India flight 829, engine fire incident, 2009. In August 2009, Air India flight 829, bound for Riyadh, was preparing for takeoff from Mumbai when one of its engines caught fire. Flames and smoke quickly engulfed the aircraft as passengers scrambled to evacuate. Thankfully, all 229 occupants survived. However, the incident brought attention to lapses in emergency protocols, outdated equipment, and a lack of crew training. The cause? Engine failure due to oil leakage and overheating, along with poor emergency preparedness. Number 3, Air India flight 101, Mont Blanc crash, 1966. On January 24, 1966, Air India flight 101 was en route from Mumbai to London, with stopovers in Delhi and Geneva. As it approached Geneva, the Boeing 707 crashed into Mont Blanc in the French Alps, killing all 117 people on board, including India's top nuclear scientist, Homi J. Bhabha. This was the second Air India crash into the same mountain. The first was in 1950. Investigators concluded the aircraft was descending too early due to navigational miscalculation. The cause? Pilot error and a misreading of navigational instructions, resulting in controlled flight into terrain. Number 2, Air India Express, flight 812, Mangalore crash, 2010. On May 22, 2010, Air India Express, flight 812 was making its final approach to Mangalore's tabletop runway after a flight from Dubai. The aircraft touched down too far along the runway and overran it, plunging into a gorge and bursting into flames. Only 8 out of 166 passengers and crew survived. The cockpit voice recorder revealed that the captain had been asleep for a significant part of the flight and failed to execute a go-around during the unstable approach. The cause? Pilot fatigue, misjudged landing, and failure to initiate a go-around during an unsafe approach. Number 1, Air India flight 182, the Kanishka bombing, 1985. On June 23, 1985, Air India flight 182, flying from Toronto to Delhi with a stop in London, exploded mid-air over the Atlantic Ocean near Ireland. All 329 people on board were killed, including 268 Canadian citizens. The investigation found that a bomb had been placed in the cargo hold. Part of a coordinated terrorist attack by Sikh extremists based in Canada, a second bomb meant for another Air India flight exploded at Narita Airport in Tokyo the same day. The cause? A terrorist bombing, the worst act of aviation terrorism before 9/11. Intelligence failures on both Canadian and Indian sides allowed the attack to proceed. These 5 disasters were caused by very different things: mechanical failures, human error, inadequate training, and terrorism, but each left behind a trail of loss and lessons. They forced improvements in safety standards, crew procedures, and international cooperation. In the skies, safety is never guaranteed, but every tragedy carries a message. And the legacy of those lost lives is written in every safeguard that followed. We remember them, not just in mourning, but in action.